Yeah. Well, Darren, I don't know the Americans, the officials. I mean, I basically know what I've just told you about the cipher and a conversation between Donald Lu and our ambassador. How far it went up, I have no idea. I mean, who else was involved? I don't know. So I can't really comment on the names of Victoria and other people who you've mentioned. But about war on terror, the reason I'm simple. Why was I a critic of that? There are two areas which concerned us. One was the war on terror in Pakistan, with the drone strikes and sort of the drone strikes on our side of the border of Afghanistan. And then the other one was the whole Afghan adventure, which I never quite understood what were the aims. I mean, what did the US, what did they want to achieve from invasion of Afghanistan? And especially once Osama bin Laden was killed, then what was the reason of staying in Afghanistan? Because these ideas about bringing democracy or liberating the Afghan women, I mean, there was no clear. I never understood what was going to be victory in the US in Afghanistan. But in Pakistan, it created havoc. There were over 400 drone strikes in Pakistan. And it's the only time an ally is bombed, by another country. I mean, we were an ally of the US in the war on terror. There were over 400 drone strikes. And I kept opposing it because it was senseless. All it was doing was, it was creating more militants. Because collateral damage was the reason why the Taliban in Afghanistan, their numbers increased. And collateral damage was the reason why the TTP, the Pakistani Taliban, kept the militants kept growing. So it actually exacerbated the situation. It didn't solve anything. It just created hatred, and anyone who had relatives lost in a drone attack would go and join the militants. Because that whole area, the border area of Pakistan and Afghanistan, what was called our tribal areas, I mean, when you had a drone attack in a village, clearly in trying to kill one or two militants, it also killed a lot of innocent people. So in trying to avenge the deaths, they would then become part of the militants and take revenge against Pakistan's security forces. So we lost 80,000 people in that war on terror. I mean, which ally of the US would have paid such a heavy cost for becoming an ally? 80,000 Pakistanis died, over $100 billion lost to the economy. So I opposed simply for that reason, because, I'm a Pakistani, and my first thing should be to preserve Pakistani lives and Pakistani property and damage to this country. And we were the collateral damage of the Afghan war.